Can you really start your own business? Perhaps you're an employee, worried about your job. Perhaps you are looking for work, tried many times and have found it unsuccessful. The question is, what are you going to do next? Are you going to keep searching for a job, or are you going to take action and create your own job, create your own business? That's what today's presentation is about. I'd like to break it into 3 parts if I can. Part 1 will be preparing for business. Part 2 will be doing the groundwork. And finally, Part 3, have you got what it takes? So let's go to Part 1, preparing for business. What does this mean, preparing for business? Well, it means getting ready to change everything you've done before in your working life if you've been an employee. Remember, as an employee, you used to go to work, perhaps clock in every time at the same time and go and do your work and follow instructions and leave at the end of the day. Being an employee is totally different to running your own business. Preparing for business is a change of mindset. Have you got the change of mindset to really change your way of life? Because now you're responsible to yourself. You are the boss. You are the decision maker. You are the finance person in the office. You are the person that makes all the ground rules. So getting prepared means really understanding what your business you are in. And therefore, that is the first task. To prepare for business, you need to ask yourself, what business are you in? Now this involves what I call Part 2, doing the groundwork. That means you can choose a business, but is it going to be sustainable? Are people willing to pay money for your service? Can people find you? Are you easy to do business with? Are you online, offline, or both? Doing the groundwork means doing the research to find out, in the first place, is there a demand for what you are proposing? If there's no demand, then what's the point? If there is demand and nobody's willing to spend for it, what's the point? What you need to be able to thrive in this economy is to find a business that people are in need of, will spend money on, and can sustain you through this economy and in times to come. Are you going to do the groundwork, which means can you go and get all the foundation skills implemented and get the business running and started at a minimal cost? Because cost is going to be one of the key factors. Perhaps you don't have much money to start off with. Well, I've got good news for you. Money is not the essential ingredient these days. What is the essential ingredient is your intellectual capital rather than your financial capital. Are you able to start small, find a market that will be hungry for what you've got and be able to satisfy that market? While you're learning your business, you grow your business from the ground up. This is where you find the market, supply it, and as you grow and reinvest your earnings, you will therefore have the opportunity to reap the rewards, but getting the groundwork done is essential. Part 3, have you got what it takes? Well, I believe that everybody has what it takes, but do you have the patience? Do you have the perseverance? Are you willing to take rejection before you actually find the formula that works? Because the key to being a successful entrepreneur and having your own business is recognizing that failure is part of success. Failure means that it's another lesson learned as you're learning to remove and iron out all the faults and mistakes that you introduce as you go along. Now, sometimes you need mentors. Sometimes you need to speak with people in that industry or comparable industries. Perhaps you need to understand things that you have never done before as an employee. The good news is that these are all learnable tasks, learnable processes, but it takes time and investment to to acquire these skills and develop these skills. But if you're starting small and not having huge outlays in costs, you can give yourself the time to grow your business and learn as you go along. Really, these are the groundworks because you really do have what it takes to get started. Yes, you can really start your own business, but there is a formula, there is a model for success.